Okay, so thanks everyone for joining the class again today, the day two. So today we will discuss about the installation, the pre-steps. So what are the pre-steps means? So before we go for direct installation, everybody should understand the proper the installation requirements. What are the installations? What are the things we required? Right? So installation means it will come in the realization phase. Yesterday we discussed about the SAP implementation methodology. So implementation methodology means as part of the implementation project means, so our technical work is installation of the SAP systems and configurations and other duties. But so installation will comes under the implementation in the realization phase actually, the actual work here. So in the installation, what are the what we required to install the SAP system, what we required here. So what are the hardware requirement here? And what are the software requirements we required to install the one SAP system here? Right? Any SAP system, what we required. So to install the SAP systems, first of all, so hardware. First of all, the hardware is very important here. So in a organization, the sales team will procure the hardware from the so sales team will procure the hardware, right? So they will procure the hardware. There are the hardware vendors in the market, HP, Lenovo, Fujitsu, Dell, Inspiron. They are the hardware vendors here, right? The hardware vendors are available, they can put it out. So here the certified hardware vendors are required for the SAP. So these all are the certified vendors only here, right? Why? Because if the hardware is crashed, then there is no use of the SAP systems also here. So hardware onwards, we have to carefully plan the our hardware things, software things, and everything here. And also on top of the hardware, we have to install the operating system. So, but for SAP, what type of operating systems it will support it here? So to install the SAP, we need to have the Windows and the Linux operating systems are required. Windows and the Linux operating systems are required here, right? Windows operating systems means any Windows server editions. Don't think like it's a Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 9, Windows 10, Windows 11. So we cannot install the SAP application on the Windows official normal and desktop versions or anything. Only Windows server editions, Windows Server 2016, 2018, Windows Server 2020, the server editions, we can install
Sir,
the
client edition is not supported.
client editions means
Like Windows 8, Windows 10.
no, that is not support. Only server editions.
Okay, sir.
Only
Sir,
that
Mac OS not supported.
the Mac also you cannot install. You can log in from the Mac to SAP, but you cannot install SAP on the this Windows other than server editions and Mac. You cannot install it. It's not supported.
Okay, sir.
Only under Linux operating system. A Linux operating system means we have the AIX, SUSE Linux, then Red Hat Linux. So they are the Sun OS, they are the multiple operating systems. So we can install SAP on the in these operating systems, Linux operating systems. So Windows it works as well as the Linux operating systems also we can install the SAP. Then what is the so how much RAM you required? How much RAM we required here? So the RAM size is depends upon the so RAM size we can calculate in the two ways. RAM size we can calculate the two ways here. So one is the user based sizing and the throughput based sizing here, user based sizing and throughput based sizing here. So using the quick sizer tool, using the quick sizer tool. There is a SAP standard tool, so using the quick sizer tool. We can scale the Using the quick sizer tool. We can scale the RAM. How much RAM memory we required? How much RAM memory we required for your SAP system? Which system you are installing?
Sir, Unix OS comes under Linux OS. Huh?
Yeah, Linux only. Maybe I have not. That's why
Linux.
ETC I mentioned. So maybe okay. Let me mention like Unix and Linux, maybe Sun Solaris. Yeah, all the Linux platforms SAP will support. That's why ETC I mentioned. Okay, Unix, Linux, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux. Okay, so and ZOS, Sun OS, Office 3, many things are there. ZOS something. So it works. SAP systems it works. So Quick Sizer tool is the one of the scaling tool. There we can calculate the how much memory, how much space, how much storage, and how many CPUs you required. We will come to know here using the Quick Sizers tool. So this is required for the SAP. This is required for the SAP here, right? So Quick Sizer tool. Quick Sizer tool is the SAP inbuilt tool. Quick Sizer tool is the SAP inbuilt tool here. Using this one, so we can using this one, so we can calculate the all the information and everything here. All the information and everything here, right? So this is the implementation. So the process of implementation is means it is the process of deploying the SAP software in your organization, the right from sizing to go live. Sizing onward. Sizing is the important. Sizing to till go live end to end. It will involves the all the activities like hardware sizing, right? The procuring the hardware, performing the post installation, deploying, go live discussions. This all will comes under these things only here, right? And also the explain the reasons for. So they are the we can also explain the sizing. The sizing is like a sizing. So what sizing means what? Sizing is a process of converting our business requirements into the technical requirements. So I have the business requirement. Sizing we can use by calculating the two ways. One is the user-based sizing. User-based sizing. Based upon the number of users, we can get the sizing. Next one is the throughput based sizing. Next one is the throughput based sizing here. Throughput based sizing, we can calculate it here, right? So it is a process of converting the business requirements into the technical requirements such as CPU, memory, network, disk. All these things will comes under the sizing, right? The business requirements, like based upon the number of users who work on the system and the number of objects that are created in the system, right? Number of users and a number of objects means we will get the requirement from the teams. Based on that, we can provide the all the details here, right? Sizing is performed by there is a quick sizer tool from SAP. Using the quick sizer tool, we can perform there is a free tool, quick sizer tool. So if you go to the SAP quick sizer tool here, so quick sizer tool here, we can calculate the all the quick sizer tool. So quick sizer tool. So we can calculate the sizing. We can determine the hardware requirements such as memory, CPU, disk, and IO network. All those things we can convert it here, right? So here we can go to the quick sizer. Then we can calculate the HANA based sizing or non-HANA based sizing. So we can calculate it here, right? Suppose if you go to the this sizing here, so we can create the project here, then go to the here. We can provide the details like number of users that log into the systems, and then we can provide the all the details here, the quick sizer tool here. Okay, so what we can do here, so we can just maintain the project name is called the, suppose like S4 HANA project, right? Click on the create the project here. Then we can see S4 HANA finance or HR or logistics or whatever it may be, EVM, MDZ. So whatever the functionalities you want to activate it, just suppose like S4 HANA sales. So sales you want to activate it here, right? So here, so you have to provide the project S4 HANA, then how many number of working days we have to, business startup time and all those things, retentions, all those things we can see it here. Then what is your business here? That is the insurance business or mining business or IT business. So whatever the business here, industrial, manufacturing, insurance, whatever it may be, consumer or chemicals, you can select it here. Then if you are going with the, so new business suite systems, you can select it here. Then is it a public cloud or private cloud or on premises? You can select it here. So then just scroll down and you can see the inputs like is it is production system or development system. Then what is the database? You can choose it here. Then what is the database? You have to choose it. What is the details of the DB? The sizing of the current size of the DB, operating systems, all the information we need to fill it out, as well as the, we can also fill the details of it is available planned system downtimes, or if anything, or if you need the advice, just select the hardware size advice, then select the advice, and high availability is required. So then there are multiple things you can accept it here. Then finally, when you click on the calculate the result here, it will provide the, so how much memory, how many CPUs you required, all the information will be displayed. All the information will be displayed using the quick sizer tool. So there the, all we can also provide the number of users and the number of objects. Based on that, we can calculate it here. We can calculate the all the details and everything here. We can calculate the all the details, right? User based sizing or throughput based sizing. Using this one, we can calculate the all the number of users, number of objects. So by using this one, we can calculate the memory, we can calculate the disk, CPU, all the information we can see it here, right? So so it is an hardware independent unit. So based on that, but because it's only on the hardware, we have the hardware. Then in the hardware side, we can calculate the all the information and everything. We can do that one here, right? Softwares and hardware and everything we can calculate it here. That is the main thing here, right? So then, what are the other things are required here? Suppose example, we can also manually calculate the sizing here using the, suppose normally in the, what the people will do here for the real time. So here, normally for the non-production systems, they will go for the 16 GB. For the non-production systems, they will go for the 16 GB, 16 GB memory. And production systems, normally they will go for the 32 GB memory, RAM memory, they will take it out. Simple logic here for the SAP. SAP does not require much memory, only HANA database. You require the more, only HANA, we require the more memory here. So SAP, it not required much memory here, right? So based upon the RAM sizing, we can also calculate the how many CPUs CPU required here. CPUs means here one physical CPU, normally we will call it as the one physical CPU will handle the 14 to 16 GB of main memory, 16 GB of the main memory here. Then, so then what about the one physical CPU, 14 to 16 GB of main memory will occupy it here, right? So then based on that, we can also check the storage. Storage is here. Storage means space. Space is like a, here the straightforward SAP we required. So it's like 250 GB plus is required here. 250 GB, 250 GB free space is required to install the SAP for downloading the softwares and installation of the SAP systems, and up to some time this is required here. This is required here, right? So that is the, so CPU requirement here, right? CPU size. So once we got the RAM size, normally in the organization, normally in the organization, architects will provide the how much RAM size we required. Based upon the RAM size, we can get the CPUs, right? Suppose your architects given the you require the 32 GB RAM memory for the your SAP, then how many CPUs you required means they are the two with physical CPUs are required for this main memory. Two physical CPUs are required for the main memory here, right? That is the very important storage. 250 GB storage is required here. 250 storage is required here, right? That is the main thing here. So sizing means three things should come in the mind: RAM memory, CPU, and storage here, right? So these are the main thing here, right? But SAP it does not require much memory. Also 16 GB is enough to install the SAP. But only thing is we require the more we required for the HANA databases. More we require the HANA databases here. More we require the HANA databases here. Okay, so that is the one thing here as part of the sizing requirement here, right? So and also network bandwidth, network. Suppose if it comes under the network bandwidth here, how much network is required here? So as per the SAP, we can go for the 1 Gbps per second, 1 gigabyte per second, 1 GBs per second. MB also fine, but then we can simply say like one good network bandwidth is required. One good network bandwidth is required to to avoid the network slow issues and everything here. Operating systems, the latest brand new operating systems are required. More memory, if you have the more memory, then your systems is very faster than so previous. So that is the important thing here, right? So this all the comes under the software hardware requirement. This all are the comes under the hardware requirement section here, right? So when it comes to the softwares here, when it comes to the softwares, what are the softwares are required here? What are the software requirement here? Software requirement here. Software requirement means here. So the first one is like a SWPM. So softwares, what are the softwares we require? Normally, if you are going with the downloading the some other softwares like media player or anything, only one software related software is enough for downloading these things. But here, what we required is here. So just 1 minute. I forgot to enable something here. So here, what we required is as part of this one. So mainly there are the multiple softwares we need to download it and we need to keep it ready for the installation. So SAP is not a very small installation. One software we can directly install it here. There is a combination of the multiple softwares we required. There are the combination of the multiple softwares we have to so install it in our cases here. Combination of multiple softwares we have to do the installation here. So that is the main thing here. So let me 1 minute. Okay. So combination of multiple softwares we required here. One is the SWPM tool. Second one is the so exports, and the third one is the kernel directory. The fourth one is the DB and DB client, DB and DB client. The fifth one is the SAP host agent, SAP host agent here. So these are the five types of softwares we required to perform the SAP installation here. So what is SWPM tool? SWPM tool is the software provisioning manager tool. This is used for installation of installation of installation of SAP systems, SAP installation of the SAP systems and uninstallation and removal and remove and whatever we want, some kind of function things are available here. Though we can use those things, we can do it here. The mainly for the installation of the SAP systems, we use the SWPM tool here. The next one is called the exports. Next one is called the exports here. So exports are like a exports are for SAP. It contains SAP standard master data. SAP master data. It contains the SAP master data or default data. It will come as part of the exports. Exports are only the different for each SAP product. Your exports are different here. Exports, components, information, everything will come as part of the exports. Exports are main here. Kernel means OS level binaries. Kernels are the OS level binaries here. Kernels are OS level binaries here. So using the kernels. So kernels are the heart for SAP systems here. How the heart is very important for us. Same way for SAP, the kernels are very important here. DB client, you know. So to store the data from applications, DB is required. For the application to database, the communication will work from a client. Via client, the communication will work here, right? And SAP host agent. SAP host agent means, so SAP host agent means here, it will collect the OS level information, CPU, memory, disk, some other things. It will measurements, it will calculate it. Then it will provide the data to the, it will provide the data to the, so host level information, it will provide the data to the, that SAP here. In their tools, it will show the data here. So these are the softwares we required for the SAP. Sir, which SAP product these softwares are required? ECC, NetWeaver, S4HANA, what softwares, what product you are going to install it. So you need the common files for the all the products. Any SAP product you are going to install in SAP, any SAP product you are want to install it, you need the common softwares. You need the common softwares are required here, right? So common softwares like so SWPM, kernel, DB client, SAP host agent. So these all are the common. Sir, what about the exports? Yes, exports also common, but whatever the product you are installing, suppose like you want to install the ECC, then ECC exports you have to download it separately. Then if you want to install the NetWeaver exports, you have to download it separately. Then if you are installing the S4HANA, then S4 exports you have to download it. But remaining and all, you can reuse it here. Remaining all the software same, it will works. But only thing is exports are depend on the product. So if the ECC exports, NetWeaver export, S4HANA exports, and all the exports are there. Based upon the all the exports, then we have the based upon the all the exports, we have the these things are there here. Right? We have to download the related product. So based upon the product, we have to download the related exports. We have to download it here. Got it? So, sir, where to download this SAP softwares? Sir, hardware sizing means we can procure it, we can purchase from the vendors. So they will provide the hardware. But software and all, where can we purchase? Softwares, who will provide it? It's the SAP software, it will be provided by the SAP, SE, right? SAP will provide the softwares here. Sir, where can I download these softwares here? So we have me.sap.com is the server is the site details are support.sap.com or support.sap.com. Using this one with S user ID, this will be provided by the company related. When you join the organization, your company will provide the S user ID for downloading the software, to raising the tickets, cases, and all the licenses, everything we can use after login to the service marketplace, which called the me.sap.com or support.sap.com here. me.sap.com and support.sap.com here. Right? Yes, user ID is required here. The S user ID starts with the S00 and the numbers here. Using this one, we can log into the SAP portal and we can download the softwares. For your case, I will download it and I will keep it ready. So for your case, I will download it and I will keep it ready here, right? So then once you log into the SAP softwares here, suppose if you go to the here, the service.sap.com, if you type it here, or me.sap.com, either service.sap.com or me.sap.com. If you log in here, then you will able to log into the SAP system here. You will able to log into the SAP. Sign on means your login will work here, right? So then once you log into the system, go to the systems and provisioning here. Systems and provisioning. Go to the software download center. Software download center here. Here all the softwares they have they have arranged as a all the softwares they have arranged as a alphabetical order. All the softwares they have arranged as a alphabetical order here. So here by alphabetical order, we need to download the softwares here. See here installations or upgrades or support packs and patches and databases here. If you are doing the installation, then go to the installation by alphabetical order. Then which software, which installation product you want to download it. ECC, then E for ECC, C for CRM, B for banking, F for Fiori. All the softwares they have arranged as a related, all the softwares they have arranged as a related alphabetical items here. Suppose you want to install the ECC, then ECC, go to the ECC folder, E for ECC, right? Then go for to here. Then you can download the software here, EHP 6, 7, 8, 5, 4. We have the versions are there. Then you can download the latest software installation and upgrades. Select the your operating systems, either Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. Right? So select the operating systems here. Sorry, select the database here. So then you can download the exports, installation exports. You can download it here. Installation exports, we can download it from here. That is the installation exports, ECC. Suppose if it is the ECC, then ECC exports, we can download it here, right? Then suppose it is not the ECC, if it is the S4 HANA systems, S means S4 HANA, then letter S you need to go here. Letter S, we can go with this one here by alphabetical letter S. Yes. Right? Then SAP S4 HANA. Then what is the latest version? S4 HANA 2023. Then installation. Then click on the download the button. Then installation softwares we can download it here. So if you want to install the CRM, then CRM related softwares you need to download it here. So only exports will change. Only here exports are depends upon the your product. Exports are depends upon the your product, but remaining things like SWPM, then go to the so SWPM here. Let me go to the SWPM. Yes, for SWPM, SL toolset. Here we can go to the installation, then we can we can do the installation and we can see the SWPM softwares. We can see the SWPM softwares here. We can select it. The zip file will be downloaded here. The zip file will be downloaded using the SWPM software here, right? SWPM software here, right? That is what here it's happened in the systems here, right? So that is the main thing here. Okay. So then SWPM, we can download it, software provisioning manager. Then exports we have done. Kernel, K for kernel here. Again, go to the K,
In SWM,
64-bit version.
only one versions are there, any two versions are
Exports only one file.
there. No, SWPM.
SWPM also only one file. That depends upon the operating system. Many files will be displayed, but we need to choose the what is your operating system you are going to install it. Depends upon the operating system. You need to download the related SWPM tool. You have to download it. Okay. So next one is the kernel. This kernel files we can download it here. Go to the installation and this kernel files we can download it. This is also depends upon the operating system, which operating system you are starting. Then that related operating systems things we can open it here and we can see it here. Right? That is the kernel related thing here. So and the next one is called the exports kernel SWPM DB client and host agent. Host agent means H for host agent, H for SAP, HANA, H for SAP host agent. All will comes under the host agent section here. Host agent section here. You can see host agent. There is a host agent section. All will come under the SAP host agent here. SAP host agent here. So depends upon the operating system, all will be given here, right? That is the main thing of the host agent here. So the next one, host agent is completed here. So yeah, for DB client. DB client means depends upon your databases. The if it is a HANA H, otherwise we go to the here, all the database softwares are available. You can download the related DB related details. You can download the related database related software. You can download it here, right? So DB2, SQL Server, Oracle, MaxDB, ASC. So all those things we can download it here. All the things we can download it here, right? Whatever the DB software, whatever the any operating systems, operating system we can get it out from the OS platforms like OS sites. So applications in the application site you will get it out. This is the site here. You can go to the provisioning software download. You can download the number of. You can download the number of things here, right? You can download the number of things here. So installation and upgrades by alphabetical index and then whatever the software you want to download, HANA, H for HANA, G for Gateway, F for Fiori. Then whatever the letter S for S4 HANA systems here, T for tax calculation servers, MDZ, master data governance related things. So many things we can install it here as part of the our product. But only thing is depends upon the your business. You need to install the respective product to the your business. Then only the business functionality will happen. Okay, that is the software download section here, right? Any kind of softwares here we can download it. SAP related any softwares here we can download from the marketplace. We can download from the marketplace here, right? That is the main thing. So these are the list of softwares we required for the installation. These are the installation prerequisites like so softwares and hardwares we need to check here. Hardware means everybody knows hardware means RAM memory, CPU, system is not starting. We need to there are many things, right? Software and hardware. So there are the lot of things here, right? So yeah. So here and also as part of this after as part of this section, we need to discuss about the some of the technical prerequisites, some of the technical terms I can say as a technical terms here. Technical terms means what is your SID, instance number, what is the host name, what is the operating system name, what is the computer name, what is the computer name here. So there are the many technical terms comes under the picture here, right? SAP, right? SAP is a hardware side and also software. Softwares are main important here. Hardware side, anyhow, hardware team like OS team will take care of the hardwares and everything. But softwares which we have to download it by using the service marketplace, and yes, user ID we have to log in and we have to download it, and so we can so we have to download the all. So what are the things required means SWPM, exports, kernel, DB client, and SAP host agent here. So these are the softwares we required here. So where can we service marketplace here, right? So then these are the things are required here. And also coming to the technical terms, technical things like SID, instance number, host name, OS, computer name, all those things here. So why? Because when you are installing the SAP system, you need to give the one SID. SID means system identification number. To identify the systems in a landscape or to connect the users to the landscape, you need the SID, system identification. Three alpha numeric characters here. System identification means three alpha numeric characters here. Three alpha numeric characters here, right? Three alpha numeric characters here. Three alpha numeric characters. So we can check it out here, right? So that is the SID, three alpha numeric characters here. And the instance number. Instance numbers are starting from 00 to 99. Instance numbers are starting from 00 to 99 here. So which means, any number, any number and any SID, we can give it to the SID here. So SID means system identification. It should be length 3 and 3 alpha numeric characters only. Means number should not come in the front here. Suppose you are installing the SID ECC means then ECD, ECC development or ECC1 or E11, something like that we can give it, but it should not come like 1 EC, then 2 BC, something like that. It should not come as a number in upfront. It should not come number as a upfront here only. So 3 alpha numeric characters we have to give it here, right? Then instance number 00 to 99 is the instance number here. Then host name. Host name is the server name, computer name. In the Linux language, we will call it as the host name. But in our in the Windows language, computer name. Computer name means when you log into your computer, then every computer, every device, there is a name, right? Every computer, there is a name here. This PC, right click and properties and see there is a name. There is a computer name here. This name is called the computer name. And when you install the Linux that is called the host name here. Every device, there is a name. In the Linux language, we will call it as the host name. Windows language, we will call it as the this one here, right? So these are the some technical terms are,
Client number, sir.
yeah, client number SAP level it will come. Client numbers. When we install the SAP, the installation time, actually installation time, after the installation, what we will get, that I will explain it. Okay. But since you asked this question, yeah, there are the client number also very important here. Client number. When you want to work on the SAP system, there is a client numbers here, 000 and 999. The client number should be in between only. In between only. How the instance number should be 000 to 999. Sorry, 00 to 999. The client number is 000 to 999 here. In between, when you are doing the default installation, there is a 000. Then 001 clients will come. 000 clients will come here. When you are installing the 000 and 001 clients will come here. So these are the default clients. So default installation, default time we have to,
066.
There is no 066 client nowadays. That got removed by SAP. They are not introducing the 066. We have only two clients that are available in SAP. Okay. Client means to run the business in the SAP, you need a client. You need to log in as a client. So what is the client number should be 000 to 999. But in that two clients already creating, right? So instead of 1000 clients, in remaining 998 clients we can create in one SAP system here. 000 to 999 means total 1000 clients we can be. But already two clients already in place. So remaining 998 clients we can create. 998 clients we can create in the systems. So these are the technical terms. When it will be useful means tomorrow when you are going to start the installation of the SAP system, that time, so we need to give the what is the installation details in the SID, host name, computer name, all the information we have to provide to that computer name, client instance number, then SID, all the details we have to provide it. So these things are, you should be aware of all the things here, right? That is the very important thing here. Okay. So to summarize today, using the quick sizer tool, we can perform the sizing. Quick sizer tool is the one of the web-based tool. We can estimate the sizing. So it can estimate the CPU, memory, storage, and all the networks related things we can identify it here. Once we got the RAM memory, remaining CPUs and network and memo, everything storage, how much we will get it out. SAP we can install on any operating systems which are Windows or Linux, and any database also we can install it here except S4HANA. SAP we can install on the any OS and any DB also, here. SQL Server, then Oracle, then DB2, then MaxDB. So SQL, Oracle, DB2, MaxDB, and HANA database here, right? Any database you can install it here. But especially any SAP product, especially for the S4 HANA system, that is required only on the HANA database only. So means that is the SAP product, only HANA database is required here. Remaining ECC, CRM, SRM that we can install on the any other date, we can install on the any other databases, we can install it here, right? Any operating system, any databases. Then so downloading the softwares, we have to use the user ID and service marketplace. Then here, what are the technical requirements and software requirements? Means software side, we require the SWPM, exports, kernel, DB client, host agent, and these are the some technical terms. So even though day to day we may have, when we are discussing our classes, so multiple times we may speak on the SID, and we may check the instance number, host name, all the details will come day to day. So we will get all those things correctly. Okay. That's it for today. Any questions from anyone? Just installation prerequisites, just pre-steps, what we have to do. That's it.
You already downloaded the software for us, right? On the exercise
Yeah, I
servers.
will download it. I will download it and I will keep it ready, and I will share the server access by today. So don't worry.
Okay.
I will take care of all
Okay.
this parts.
I was just curious if that's something that we have to do that from our end, because that'll be good practice too.
Yeah, but downloading things, we can do it here. Tomorrow I will, yeah, we can also, I will show you how to download it. Same thing here. And there is no requirement. Go to the download the softwares here. Then the thing is here, the user ID which is having is provided by the company. That I cannot, like it cannot be shared as a company violations. So that
No,
is the
that's
main
fine.
thing
That's
here.
fine.
But I will
Because
show you here offline. Here I can show you, go to the ECC, and here what is the latest version you want to download, select that. What is the, always we go for the latest versions. What is the latest in your product, then you have to go for the latest. Then you have to download the zip file here, just to exports, installation export, then click on the zip file, then this will be downloaded here. So here
Okay.
will be getting downloaded.
You also mentioned something about SAP licensing, right? Can you speak about that?
Which one?
SAP license. I think you mentioned that the other day. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
about it.
license. That is also one topic we have. Yes.
Okay, that's another topic. Okay.
Yeah. That we will come, that we will get license. Once the SAP install it, then we will get the all the topics we will come into the picture, all the topics. So only thing is, as soon as the SAP installation is done, then we have to discuss the remaining administration topics and everything. There are lot of topics are there: memory management, background jobs, SAP licensing, SAP certificates. So many things are there to discuss. We will discuss one by one.
Okay. One last question. So when you were going through the quick resizer, rather quick sizer, for SAP S4 HANA, there was a section where you were, going through the database selection. It had since S4 HANA is only works, it's kind of connected to the HANA database. I was just curious why there was other options for, different databases that were listed in there. I imagine the system would fail if you kind of provide that information there, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Sir, what is the SAP HANA Studio in SAP? What is the use?